Thank you guys for joining me. My name is Madar from Food and Fragrances. You are now tuned into the Fragrance Lounge. It's been a while. Yes, it has. But we're coming back with a bang. I'm starting an episodic series, 5 episodes where I'm showcasing 25 of my signature scents in my entire collection. Now, if that sounds awesome to you, well, make sure you stay tuned after the intro, and when we get back, we'll crack into the first 5. Thank you again. Thank you guys for joining me. This is going to be an awesome comeback video. Now, I just want to apologize for being absent from the channel. I was battling a flu or a virus and it was kicking my ass. One of the worst things that I've actually felt in the longest time. So still kind of recovering. It is what it is, but I'm back and we're going to be back with a bang. Now, what's that bang you're talking about? Well, great question, my audience. We're going to be talking about signature scents and the importance of having signature scents in your collection. Now, if you were to ask me, I think 60% of your collection should comprise of signature scents. Now, it doesn't matter if your collection's small, it doesn't matter if your collection's big. Have a solid foundation of signature scents in your collection because number one, your signature scent is your extension of your personality. Number two, it's versatile. It's something that you can kind of no-brainer put on and know that you're going to be smelling your best at any given moment. And number three, I think going through a bottle of something is always a great feeling, especially if it's not like too rare or something where you can't get it back and you can always kind of like go back and get it again. So having those empty bottles in the collection are kind of like that stamp of, you know, like a reward to yourself. So in my honest opinion, I love signature scents. I think I have a very, very awesome list of 25 that I want to bring to you guys. And again, I'm sharing this out of my own personal collection. I'm not here to, you know, coerce you into getting, you know, the popular stuff. This is literally my curated collection that I love and I enjoy. So if there's samples available, I will link samples in the description box below. You're more than welcome to grab a couple samples if you'd like. It does help the channel grow. I do get a tiny bit of a kickback. Nothing crazy, but that's that. We're going to break this up into episodic episodes, so you're going to get 5 cents in this video, 5 cents in the next until we finish the 25 list. And with that being said, I just want to say thank you guys always for riding out with me. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you like, comment what your signature scent or scents are. Love to check those out. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. Cool. Let's talk about our first scent. All right, so the first fragrance that I want to bring to you is from a house called L'Artisan Parfumeur, and this is Timbuktu. Now, I remember smelling this one time back when I was kind of starting off in the fragrance game, and I didn't have that appreciation for it. But when I went back to Etiquette, which is a store in Canada, Toronto, not anymore, Montreal, not anymore. They've actually shut down. But I had the opportunity to smell this in the store and I fell in love. It was so me. It was a me scent. You're going to notice when you see the note breakdown that it's going to have a mango note in there. I don't find the mango too in your face or prevalent. I think it may just be there for that little bit of a fruity nuance, which isn't overly sweet, but it gives sweetness to the other components in the fragrance, which are a little bit more dry. But this fragrance kicks ass. It's so nice. Very easy to wear. I think the dryness from the woods, the vetiver component is really done well. It's very smooth. There's no richness to it. There's this cleanliness to it. And what I've found with this fragrance is from the first day that I got it, spraying it and letting it macerate a bit, it has developed a little bit more of a kick and potency. The kick coming from some of the peppery type of nuances and the cardamom nuances. Sprayed it on my hand again. There's this airiness to this fragrance. It's so easy to wear. And what I love about signature scents, in my honest opinion, is that ease and that versatility. You can wear this in any season. You will smell great. It's not overly complex. It's not overly complicated. You want to wear it for an office? You can wear it for an office. That dry, woody aspect to it isn't overly offensive. Again, you're in a public place, you can rock this. You're doing chores, you can rock this. I think this is just an easy grab and go fragrance. And even though there isn't something unique or special about it, without a doubt, it smells fantastic. So you'll notice that I think as we go through the list, a lot of the fragrances that I've chosen as my personal signature scent, remember, this is my collection, so it's going to be tailored around my preferences. You're going to notice a lot of these have those nuances of a little bit of greenness, a little bit of dryness, a little bit of that chypre element, which is that woody nuance, and maybe some fougères as we kind of go along. But Timbuktu, fantastic. You got to get your nose on this one. I think it's just absolutely wonderful and clean. So that's the first fragrance. Let's jump to the next one. Now, the second fragrance that I like to bring to you will be no surprise. This is Outrenoir 29 from Le Labo. I am a sucker for cornrows and manicured toes. No, I'm kidding. I'm a sucker for fig fragrances. I love fig fragrances. The way that this fragrance sits, the way that this fragrance hums, that fig earthy, sweet, fruity note is divine. When you're talking about the composition mixed in with cedar, you get a little bit of that warmth from the cedar and the woodiness. I just don't know what else I'd like. There's this meditative quality to this that I absolutely love. It feels tea-like. It's just a wonderful, wonderful wearing. And personally, I do love the way Le Labo sit on my skin and the way that I wear them. It's absolutely wonderful. This, to me, I think, I haven't heard anybody negatively talk about Outrenoir 29 at all. I just think it's a divine offering from Le Labo and almost a no-brainer. If you're a fan of the tea-like fragrance and the woodiness and the fig type of quality, you gotta get your nose on this and probably add it to your collection. In my opinion, I kind of like to say it's a safe blind buy, but like realistically, do your own kind of, research on it. But absolutely, absolutely love this one. This is another fragrance that I didn't understand when I first smelt it, but then as I kind of grew with it with the sample, I ended up picking up a bottle, and you can see how much of a dent is made in this because it's just absolutely divine. So highly, highly signature scent worthy. Get your nose on this guy, Outrenoir 29 from Le Labo. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a banger for you all season round. And again, all season round, safe for the office, any occasion, you'll be smelling amazing. Let's jump to the next one. All right, so the third fragrance that I want to bring to you guys is from Penhaligon's, and this is Blazing Mr. Sam. One of the first fragrances that came into my collection. I'm going to preface this and say this, and please don't kill me. I'm not a huge fan of Penhaligon's anymore. Just straight up. But what a wonderful fragrance this is. I think Blazing Mr. Sam is one of the top offerings from Penhaligon's, and without question, I think the quality of this fragrance is done well. I think the tobacco element is done well. The spice element is done well. I like to say, as a tobacco fragrance, I find this one to be fairly aerated, right? Not too dense, fougère leaning, just like Penhaligon's would be. And what it feels like is, it feels like a nice tobacco leaf wrapped amongst some spices and just kind of doing its thing with the aromatics. Really, really, really like this. You got a hint of like saffron. You got some black pepper in here. To me, this kind of leans a tiny bit loud off of my skin. When I do spray this and wear this, my wife does tell me that she can smell me from a mile away. But I love this one. I do. It's so wonderful. And there's this tobacco element to it, this vanillic element to it that's nice and aerated. Doesn't lean dense on me at all. It has this warm spiciness. Really, really like this one. And if you're a fan of the tobacco scents, I think this would be a great signature scent because it's not dense. It's not heavy. It doesn't sit on you and has this cloying projection that could irritate some people. I think this is done extremely well, respectfully, and it just feels great. And I like the vibe of the color of the bottle. I think it kind of represents the scent fairly well. I mean, you gotta get your nose on it. I just think if you're looking for longevity, I can't stop smelling it. It's nice. If you're looking for longevity, Penhaligon's is definitely not where it's at. I do find that the scent falls off of my skin fairly quickly, but it does project when it's there. But realistically, I think if you're going out, you're doing your thing, and you kind of want to switch it up later in the day, then that's fine. You can wear that. It's just, when you're talking about the price point of Penhaligons, I do kind of expect a little bit more, but at least the scent is wonderful. But yeah, this is easily, I think, a great tobacco signature scent that if you do like your tobaccos, I think this would be a perfect addition to the collection. So that's Blazing Mr. Sam. We'll move on to the fourth one. Now, the fourth scent in this video is coming from Guerlain, and this is their private line or their more higher end line, and this is Neroli Outrenoir. I kind of feel irritated that I added this into this video just because we already put in Thé Noir 29, which is like a tea scent, and I did want to kind of add some variety in, but I'm telling you guys, like the next 20 are killer. But don't knock Neroli Outrenoir. If you haven't smelt this, you owe it to yourself to smell this. I think this is a phenomenal scent. There's this darkness to it. There's this tea-like element to it. Obviously, there's neroli in here. The tea-like setting for this fragrance is done really, really well. It feels very like black tea, where it has that clean element to it, that airy element to it. I've always said this is like a version of a Ventus that is like tea-like. It has that darkness to it. It has that freshness to it. It has that calmness to it that is just phenomenal. I am a big fan of Guerlain fragrances. I do, from their less expensive line to their higher end line, I do think they do a absolutely wonderful job with some of their fragrances. But again, I think it's going to be to each their own because a lot of people like stuff that I'm not too privy about. And some people just don't mess with this. So get your nose on it. It is available, in store where you can actually sample it. But like, if I really just want a killer, meditative fragrance, something calm, something, something that'll put me in a nice state, I'm going with Neroli Outrenoir from Guerlain. It's just stunning stuff. Not overly floral, but again, it has that feeling of a black tea mixed in with a little bit of darkness in the composition, and it's just stunning stuff. So if you haven't tried it, get your nose on it, but this is a top dog signature scent that I go through, and you can see I've made a dent in it. Same with my wife. So that's the fourth one. We'll jump to the fifth. Number 5. We're just gonna call this the tea section of the signature scents because I got a fantastic one here. This to me is probably one of my favorite scents in my entire collection. Krigler's Lieber Gustav. Now I know a lot of people are going to be talking about Krigler, the expense side of it. If I bought a bottle, I'd be afraid to use it. Nah. If I were to run out of the scent, I'm getting it again and again and again and again. It's that damn good. This is 100 ml. Thank goodness I got 100 ml of it. Wonderful stuff. Tea fragrance, tea and leather. The leather is not overpowering. The leather is very, very, very wearable. Done extremely, extremely well. The tea really rounds out the smoothness of this fragrance. Stunning stuff. Oh my God. Everybody that I've shown this to has loved it. This to me, maybe slightly a 3-season type of fragrance. I don't think you could wear it in the heat of summer, but if there is a little bit of a breeze, a little bit of a cooler air, and I'm talking about like, you know, like a spring, a beautiful spring day where it's still warm but there's a breeze, you could rock this. And then anything cooler, you could rock this. This is phenomenal stuff. You're gonna notice in this video that there's going to be a lot of duplications of brands, because at the end of the day, it's a signature scent video and some brands just do it well. Krigler is going to be that brand. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. I hope you appreciate that. But for me, this is worth every single dollar. The leather is just stunning. And if you're not a fan of leather fragrances, I'm not like the most leather heavy person. This won't be that'll irritate you. I think, again, the tea-like quality of this brings that humness to it, and really rounds it out as a very, very wearable, but just unique blast of something special as you wear it. If somebody picks up the scent trail off of you, oh man, you're getting 100%. You're gonna get compliments. What I love about Krigler too is it lasts. You know, it's a no joke fragrance. You know, you could give it a full on wearing, like a 5 spray, 6 spray wearing, you'll be okay. But it does last, and it lasts throughout the day, and you'll get that hint as you're wearing it, and just absolutely phenomenal stuff. So those are the 5 fragrances, the first 5 of the signature scent series that I wanted to bring to you. I hope you've tried some of these, or you're willing to try some of these, but they're absolutely wonderful stuff. I can't wait to showcase the next 20. Again, drop me a comment below. Let me know what your signature scents are. And if you've tried any, let the world know what your thoughts are as well. But I'm tuning out. I want to say I hope you guys enjoyed your stay in the Fragrance Lounge, and drop a subscribe, a like, a comment, a share, and I'll catch you guys on the next one, and it won't be too long. Peace out. Much love. Have a great one, guys. Take care. Bye.